This is my debate of the week, and this is about Sasha versus Bayley. Look, I'm going to make this easy for you guys. Do I believe this is going to be great? I saw the Lex man's reaction. He was so freaking happy. He looked like he was ecstatic. A lot of people are ecstatic, but I'm going to be honest here. I love Bayley. I love Sasha. The beatdown was great, but it's a little too late. Too little, too late. I think that might be the title for this. It's too little, too late for Sasha and Bayley. Particularly that next week, we're going to get what? A counseling session? Are we going to be doing Kane and Daniel Bryan again? The only way that's going to work next week is that Bayley sits down, gets angry, and beats the crap out of Sasha before she can react to her. And that would be the only way this is going to be making any sense to me personally. Because as it stands, this is a cold feud that should have happened before WrestleMania. And actuality should have ended with a match. Look, months upon months, from 2017 beginning into 2018, these two were having issues. By the time of WrestleMania, they were hot. And they were getting angry that creative was not giving them the option to do the feud. So they went to creative. Because that was announced. People knew. Not announced. Basically, the rumors were basically founded because they were supposed to have a match at WrestleMania. Even if it was on the kickoff show, they were supposed to have a match. That got totally changed to a Battle Royal. First, it was called the Moolah Battle Royal, and then the Women's Battle Royal. And look what happened at the end. You had Sasha and Bayley near the end with Naomi, and Naomi wins it. And mind you, I love Naomi, and I was happy she won. But that should have been Sasha and Bayley's moment. And it was not. And after that, we've had 2 pay-per-views since WrestleMania. And what did we actually get? Nothing. Bayley and Sasha went nowhere. We've had multiple shows of Raw. Nothing. And then we get this Raw where Bayley snaps and basically beats the living shit out of a Sasha Banks. I don't have the shots, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It was in my face with Bayley holding her head, calling her a bitch. You ain't better than me, bitch. This has great heat. In real life, these guys are good friends that are hyper competitive. You look at Up, Up, Down, Down, and their matches with, well, I can't remember which, what is it, Injustice, they played. Mortal Kombat 10, they played. These and some other games they also played. These women are hyper competitive in real life. They're great friends, but they're hyper competitive. You put this into this story, it shows. They're both hyper competitive people. And here's the problem. This is a cold feud that should have culminated into WrestleMania. It would have worked. But now, we're months after WrestleMania, we're still far off from going into SummerSlam, and we got this. Unless you're going to try and build this up properly, I don't see this working. I don't see this going to work. This is too little too late, to be honest. But let's make 2 scenarios here. Let's say the writing is going to be good. This is how I think it might go. The writing is like this. This week coming, when they go to therapy, well, counseling, you're going to have Bayley attack Sasha outright. They'll have a short talk, and Sasha gets her ass whooped by Bayley again. She doesn't have a chance to react. Bayley beats her ass. That would be the best case scenario that the writers give us. But in actuality, they'll probably have them both fight one another. Then they beat up on each other a couple of more times. Then they have a match that doesn't even have a match. They fight each other again, which culminates going into Extreme Rules and maybe either being on a kickoff show or better yet, put them onto the main card and give them a stipulation. That is the best case scenario. This is what I think is going to happen. Next week, there will be no beating up. The week after that, there'll be a beatdown. Then another week, which will be on probably the kickoff show. Maybe they'll have a match. That's going to suck. Because I doubt they're going to put them on the main show because their feud is so weak. And then we'll keep doing this until SummerSlam. Maybe they'll give them an actual match on the card to SummerSlam. That is the best case and worst case scenario as the writers would give us. It sucks. Both of them are not that great. This is what I would do. First, you got the beatdown. I'll go from there. Then, Kurt Angle does try to do some type of counseling. But neither one of them make it to the counselor because Sasha is walking to the counselor, getting ready. She thinks Bayley's there. Nope. Bayley blindsides her and beats the living shit out of her. I gotta say it. Just like that. She gotta beat her shit in. I'm sorry for the cursing, but you know what I mean. Then, next week, Bayley does it again. And again. No matches or anything on, well, let's just say that Bayley and Sasha will be on the show, and that's Extreme Rules, but they'll have no match. Let's say Sasha's going to be in the back watching because she doesn't have a match, and Bayley again beats the living hell out of her because she can't stand her so much. Yes, Sasha will get some defense in, but again Bayley beats her up. And the week after that, again Bayley beats her up. Once Kurt Angle says, alright, I'm going to give you guys a match. They go down to the ring. Bayley beats her again. She's not the bad guy here. She's just been pushed over the edge by Sasha. Keep up with me. I hope you see. You see me, right? You see me. This is what comes next. Going into SummerSlam, about, let's say, 3 weeks before SummerSlam, they had to separate these two women because it got ridiculous. So this is what Kurt Angle did. He said he's suspending Bayley and Sasha on the same day when they were separated 3 weeks before SummerSlam. He sends them home. The next week on Raw, you see Sasha trying to come back and begging for her suspension be lifted. And guess what? Bayley came there again. And then they have a fight again. And then this is what Kurt says. 2 weeks away. He says, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm done. You two are going to have a match. I'm reinstating you both right now. You two are going to have a match at SummerSlam. This is going to be a match in a steel cage. Whoever wins is allowed to stay on Raw. Whoever loses is fired from Raw. Not fired from the WWE, fired from Raw. So, 2 weeks come in, their match happens in the steel cage. I know I could leave it for Extreme Rules, but I'd rather leave it for SummerSlam since they didn't have their moment at WrestleMania, which they should have. They're having at the other major pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam. They get the steel cage. I'll say that Bayley wins and Sasha goes to SmackDown Live. I'll say it again. Sasha goes to SmackDown Live. I know I could say Bayley could go, but I think Sasha will be better off going to SmackDown Live because you got Asuka there, you got Naomi there, you're going to have Charlotte there who needs more people to work with because I'm going to be honest here, Charlotte is a good wrestler, but she still acts just like her dad. And that makes her sloppy. And when she's with people she knows, like Bayley, like Natalya, like Sasha, she performs well enough because they can hide her botchiness. So as it stands now, she goes to SmackDown Live, and this is Sasha. She pretty much has an entire new roster to mess with. She doesn't need to team up with Team Bad again. There is no Team Bad. She goes up against Naomi. She goes up against Lana. She goes up against Asuka. She goes up against Mella. Mella is money. Her money is going to get punched in by Sasha Banks. The woman's a better wrestler than Carmella. To be honest, she's better wrestler than most of the women on SmackDown Live. And I love me my Naomi. I do. And she improved dramatically in the last 3 years. But if you compare Naomi compared to Sasha, and as much as Sasha botches, she is a better wrestler than Naomi to a certain extent. She is. But it doesn't mean she's better overall. She's just better in certain aspects of her work. Like her mic skills are better than Naomi. She just is. She's just better in the back than Naomi. Naomi's better or very near compatible in the ring. But in the back, Naomi is not one of the greatest talkers. She just isn't. She's not a great talker. She's a doer. So that's the reason why I believe Sasha should go there. And this is what I think should happen. Is it going to happen? No. But this is just my thoughts. You guys tell me below how you feel. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!